So what's going on? Hello, hello. What's happening?
What's going on?
I can't call it. How you?
And I'm here.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. How your week been?
Man, it's been rough.
Well, you getting it through, right?
It's been rough. Well, my daughter had a car accident in my car and totaled my car out, so I got to find another car.
Sorry to hear that. How's she doing?
Yeah, she's okay. She's all right. That's all that matters. She's okay. She was a little shaken up because that was her first accident, but
Okay.
she all right.
Well, that's
She all
good.
right. She's okay. Yeah.
She had to go to the hospital or nothing?
No, she ran the car into a ditch, so it just the airbag just deployed. She was more shaken up, and she just tore up the front end of my car was like completely gone. But I mean where she was, all the airbags had deployed, so she wasn't sore because she hit the airbag, but she was okay. She didn't need to go to the hospital or anything like that.
Oh, that's good. That's a blessing right there.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You never know with these accidents. Stuff happen all the time.
Yeah. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt.
So they totaled the car out?
Yeah, they totaled the car out. Which was a good thing actually, because I wanted a new car. So
I mean, you didn't want to get it that way, but
but whatever. I take a hack with it, it's paid off. So now I got 2 paid off cars on my credit, and I'm about to get another one. So I mean a brand new car. So that that
well,
works
there you
for
go.
me.
Okay, well that's a positive. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, you got to be careful on these roads out here. We have a little bit of the cold weather out here. It was ice on the street today.
Well, we in Birmingham. Like it was warm outside, but she was coming from work at around midnight, and she said somebody in front of her stepped on the brakes too fast, and she couldn't move over to the left because there was a car there, so she swerved and ended up in the ditch. But she's 20, so she hasn't been driving long. She really could have drove along the side, the emergency side, and that would have been okay. But she said, she was scared and she didn't want to hit nobody, so she ended up on the side of the road. She said she jumped to the passenger side once the airbags deployed because she thought the car was on fire. And I'm like, girl, that was the airbags, but whatever. At 20, you don't know, what I know at 47 ain't what she know at 20. So I'm just glad she okay. That car, that's what I got insurance for.
Yeah, you can definitely get another car. That's replaceable.
Yeah, and it was time. It was a 2016, so
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm just saying, man, look, I'm excited about a new car. I'm just excited about a new car.
Shit, I hear that. Me personally, if I can go without notes from here to whenever, I'm happy.
I mean, yeah, but
Mika.
okay, note on that. And hey, Mika.
What's up, Mika?
Hear me?
How you doing?
My audio still
all right.
connected.
Yeah, it's
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
What's going on?
Nothing much. How everybody doing?
Doing well.
Good.
Can't complain. Same old thing. How your week been so far? Hello?
Charles. I need my other thing.
Oh.
It ain't gonna work.
Hello?
Are you there? Oh, there you are.
Take your time. Mika, how your week been?
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah, we heard you the first time. Yeah, you good?
Okay. Y'all froze up on me.
Okay, yeah, that. And maybe it's the internet. It had something on the news about, I don't know who it was. A lot of people's shit was out. It had something to do with Apple, I think it was. I don't know.
Oh, okay. My week was good. How about you guys?
It was pretty well. Shit, I was off. I couldn't complain. So shit, the weekend off is a good thing. Yeah, it's rare, you know, especially at the time of year, it can go either way, but I ain't complaining.
Today my Friday, so
Okay. What you got planned?
nothing. It's in the middle of the week.
I mean, but yeah, still, you know, I mean, you know, do
House
whatever.
cleaning.
Okay, well, shit, that's
I'm
cool
gonna
too.
be house cleaning.
I know that. It's like that don't never stop. You know, it's always something to clean, something to do.
Man,
The more space you get, the more shit you got to keep up with.
man. See, like I accumulate stuff every single day.
Mm-hmm. It's just part of the game, though. You know how it go. You know, but yeah, we was tripping on this. I was looking at this shit. You heard about that dude, the CTA bus driver that the kids took?
No, the kids did what?
This happened downtown. It was like day before yesterday. There's a bunch of kids met up downtown. And from what I hear, the bus driver got off the bus. I guess I'm assuming the kids maybe was blocking him from being able to operate the bus. So they go a mile on him. It's like about 20, 30 kids over there jumping on this man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then, matter of fact, I heard on the news today, that same night, 12-year-old kid got shot. 12-year-old girl. She got shot. It went through her. It almost hit her spleen. I think it went through her liver or some shit. And they said it was some kid just randomly shooting out there.
Oh, wow. That just,
fucked
I
up.
ain't hear about that. But then I ain't been watching the news lately, so.
Well, it's a bunch of bullshit on the news, but yeah, I watch the news like all the time. But yeah, that's what's that happened, like I said, 2 days ago. And the girl, she's still in the hospital. And the mother said that she sent the girl over to her sister's house, and then they both went downtown or whatever. But this kid got shot. She got hit with a straight bullet. She came back to her mother. She said, you know, I'm in pain or whatever. Her mother gave her a pain pill. Turned out she had a bullet in her.
Wow.
Yeah. She got shot.
Was this why they was looting? Wasn't they just recently doing a loot down there?
Nah, they was doing the snatch and grab over at like Nordstrom's or Gucci or some shit.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what happened. And you know what? I think it's the same kids, because it was a week before that they was doing the snatch and grabs, and then this week this shit happened. So I guess it's a thing where these kids is going downtown and acting a fool, and it's fucked up. It's fucked up, and you can see on there.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's really crazy. And when the buses can't even get through, yeah, that's crazy.
I'm just assuming that's what happened. You know, it just depends, but it was like a ton of kids. There's probably well over 50 kids out there, easily. Yeah, this shit happened. It's on the news. You get a chance, definitely online if you ever want to look it up, but it's out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that because that's crazy.
Yeah, Nate, you remember Nate?
Yeah.
He made a post about it. Yeah. I was like, damn, he's reading my mind. But yeah, that shit been fucked up. Like that type of shit happening and shit is just, man, here you come to work, you're doing your job, and then, you know, you don't expect that to happen. You know.
Nah, bus drivers got it rough, and I had actually tried out for that position, and then I was like, nah, I turned it down at the end. I was like, I really don't even want to drive.
My dad retired from CTA about 5-6 years ago. Something like that.
Yeah, my dad retired like 15, 20 years ago from CTA. And my dad and my stepdad retired back in the early 90s, but my dad recently just retired too, about 15, 20 years. Okay.
And my sister working over there. She's been over there about, I don't know, maybe about, I really don't know how long my sister been there. Now, it's probably been over 5 years, if I had to guess. But she does the, she's not an operator. She does the, you know, like when you go and you pay and shit.
The booth, the customer service.
There you go. That one. And she been doing that for a while. So.
That's why I said I wanted to do, but they was trying to push me to be a bus operator, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do that.
I hear that shit. I was supposed to went over. Matter of fact, I interviewed with Pace twice. And I don't know what happened, by the way. I don't know what happened to Alicia. She just bumped out. Maybe she'll just pop back in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she just left. I don't know. But anyway.
Who on? Me and you? Johnny on?
Johnny ain't on. I sent him a text. I don't know why he ain't here. Eb supposedly, Eb came from the dentist. So she may have.
Yeah, I know she said she wasn't gonna be here. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see where we at. We usually run like the first 40 minutes, and then, like sometimes people pop in the second one or the third. So we just kind of just, do whatever the first one, and that's how that goes, But yeah, I went to apply to PACE. Now that's Alicia right here. Okay, so I applied to PACE. Yeah, so she came right back in.
Okay.
And I turned them down. So the first time I was like, I don't want to do this shit. I was trying to get out the post office. So I turned them down. And then now the second time I was trying to get out the post office, this was like, I don't know, a couple years up the road. Then I go, now they offered me a position the first time. This time they wouldn't hire me. So I was like, damn, that's kind of fucked up. I felt a little salty about that. I'm like, I went through, I did the interview and all this other shit. I took the test. The test is easy. It's a common sense test. And
right.
I'm like, that's fucked up. They wouldn't even hire me this time. So I said, oh, well. But by then I turned full-time at the post office.
At the post office.
So I was, I was happy with that. But I was like, I was for real trying to get out. So either way,
Yeah, I was trying to do the customer service or be a flagger for CTA, but they kept trying to push me to be a driver. So I was like, I don't want to operate y'all bus, because I was thinking I don't want to be dealing with people, attitudes, different personalities and stuff. I'm like, no, I don't want to put myself through that.
You seen that video where the dude took and hit the girl? You didn't see that one?
No.
The dude, the bus, it was a girl. She talking shit to the bus driver, and my wife said she spit on him. I think she hit him. I ain't seen it in a while, but I think she hit the bus driver. The bus driver got out the seat, hit her hard. He lost his job.
She deserved it if she spit on him.
I mean, but I don't know. You talking about you got a lot more to lose. It's fucked up. Don't get me wrong. It's fucked up that happened. But this a kid. You got a lot more to lose. You talk about dude had like 20 plus years in service, if I remember correct. And that one incident, now you lost everything. It was on tape. You recorded it.
I don't know how to have
it's done.
Might have would have had to weigh my options. They couldn't just send them out. They had to give them some.
Shit. You got terminated. So that's what I'm saying. If you had a job, and bus companies have unions, but you're talking about now you a liability. The girl was dead ass wrong. But like say, when I took the test, they're gonna tell you why you taking a test. They had a little video up, and they showing like the disgruntled customers and what do you do if so-and-so does this to you and this customer does that. So you get training on it coming through the door. So then now the shit actually happens to you. And a motherfucker go over the top. But your response was supposed to be, well, I pressed the button and let the police handle it, or I call the supervisor and let them handle it. That's what you should have done.
I'm glad I turned it down. Well, I'm glad I turned the position down then, because I think I would have handled it the way dude handled it.
Now you talking lawsuits. Look, because motherfuckers are lawyer up quick in this day and age. They looking for you to do something, especially if you got something that they ain't got, which is a job. They looking to get paid for free. Motherfuckers will file a lawsuit on anything, and lawyers will take it because they can win it. So now, that's what I'm saying. True. This chick, she got cold cock hard. You can hear like where he hit her hard, like a whole nigga, like bah. And she came flying off the bus, and he went after it. Who knows what happened after that? That's old school shit. She caught
him at the wrong time.
She either hit him or she spit on him. It's one of the two. And it's really fucked up because you sitting there, you trying to operate a bus. You got all these customers you're responsible for. You know what I'm saying? This is real. Like people could get fucked up if you make a wrong turn. That's like I said, my dad worked for CTA over 15 years, so I kind of know a little bit. But you're responsible for all these people. If somebody slip and fall, whatever, that's on your shoulders. Now this chick that came, first off, she disrupted everybody. The bus run on a time schedule. So you ain't got time to be, get into it, motherfuckers. But she came and pulled it with him. She was 100% wrong. And the nigga, he got out that car. Matter of fact, I seen one. I don't keep going on about this bus shit, but you haven't seen this one. It was one where the bus drivers got off the bus. The guy, it was some dude in Chicago, came up to him like he's finna fight. Another bus driver came behind that guy, picked him up, and boom.
Yeah, I seen that one. Yeah, I seen that one.
Guess what happened?
They lost their job.
That is.
Yeah.
You got more than
I seen that one.
Dude was wrong. Same situation. The guy was wrong, but you got more to lose. You got more at stake. Yeah. And it's motherfuckers that'll just fuck with you just because they just want to fuck with you. But
I recall one time, I think it was our sophomore. I think it was our sophomore or our junior year. And I was riding a division bus. I was going home from school and I was on a division bus. And we got to division in Springfield. And a dude actually jumped on the bus. And they had just, I think he had just did a shooting or something, a murder or something he had just did, but he jumped on the bus. But they had awarded let the bus driver knew. The police had somehow let the bus driver knew, so the bus driver was like pulled over. But the bus driver wouldn't pull off when he jumped on the bus. The bus driver wouldn't pull off, and the bus driver got off the bus to talk to the police, and he tried to hijack the bus with us on.
Wow.
He literally tried to hijack the bus. He learned how to work everything on there, but to get it in gear to drive.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we was on the bus. We had me and my cousin. We jumped off the bus. We like, no, you ain't finna take off with us. Have an accident.
That shit crazy.
Yeah. We was
like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we like, man, this month he crazy as hell. He literally tried to hijack the bus with it was a bus full of passengers on there too.
But stand on your shit. If that's the type of shit you want to do, stand on it. Take the L for it. Go to jail. If that's what you want to do, you know the shit come with it. Just take the fucking L.
Yeah, he's trying to get away. He's trying to get away. I think he had just shot somebody or something. He was trying to get away.
I seen a motherfucker.
He got caught that day.
But you're supposed to get caught. And you be lucky they ain't shoot him. Because these police
ain't
out here. Shit. Motherfuckers took and stole a police car. I just saw this shit like a couple days ago.
You seen that?
I seen it.
Man.
That was out here. Motherfucker took and stole a police. What kind of stupid shit is that? How long you think it's gonna be before you get caught? You got to be an ignorant motherfucker. And what's fucked up is like the cop was wrong for leaving the car open.
Right.
He was wrong there because shit happens. Dude goes to one car, puts it in gear, and lets it roll.
But yeah,
stop this car. Then he goes to the other car and gets back and pulls off.
Yeah.
I said, these niggas out here, they got way too much time. Unbelievable. Way too much time on their fucking hands.
They just outrageous out here. At this point, they just doing shit. They don't care.
That's just stupid. That's just fucking retarded. What's the end result? What do you think is gonna happen if you steal a cop car?
Mess with them, man. Trying to wash my clothes. So,
Alicia.
Yeah, he's crazy. Huh?
You got any? Your camera's slow.
This my secondary computer, which I really effing hate. I'm getting ready to, I'm getting ready to scream because it's pissing me off.
I understand.
It's just really pissing me off because I'm getting ready to get on Zoom with my on my phone because this is everything is just slow. I can't even function right now.
Give me that popcorn and that pill.
Yeah, I can't even function right now. But my father was a CTA bus driver, and he fought somebody on the bus. Ended up having a heart attack. They ended up paying him because he pushed the button. They took too long to come, so my father ended up beating the guy's ass and beating him off the bus. But he had a heart attack in between that.
Your father had the heart attack?
Yeah, my father had a heart attack.
Oh wow.
He had a heart attack, but I mean, I
guess
how you look at it and what your tolerance is. Like, you definitely have more to lose, but then, you know, sometimes in the heat of a moment when somebody's spitting and hitting at you, like, all you know is to defend yourself, and that's just, you know, depending on where you are, and everybody got a bad day, and you know, he might have had a day where he didn't have a lot of shit going, and that was just saw the broke camel's back, so girlie got what she got. And although he got more to lose, like, what I don't get is this society and this thought of one is better than the other. Like, he may have shouldn't have did that. She had absolutely no business doing what she's doing. So even if he get terminated or suspended, like, she should not benefit from her bad behavior because it's still bad. You ain't supposed to be doing that shit.
I agree.
Like, that's not okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
that's what I just said. I probably would have had to weigh my options because I think I would have had to F up too.
Yeah, because I think it's, you know, I think that we become a society where we don't teach about consequences. Like, there's consequences of shit you do. So
right.
You kill somebody, they liable to knock you the hell out. That's a consequence. And so if you do that, you have to know that if you do A, B is gonna happen, and you can't be upset because that's just how the ebb and flow of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shit. But see, then now, like I said, we live in the age of like, everybody's a victim and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, they can find a way to make a profit off of some dumb shit that they started. You see what I'm saying?
And that's my thing. Like, you're getting rewarded for your bad behavior, and the person that you have behaved badly towards is expected to be better than you behave. Like, that's not acceptable. Like, okay, if he's going to get punished, he should have known better. Like, definitely you should have been punished, because had it not been for your behavior, none of this would have happened anyway.
But couldn't we say the same thing about in some of these instances with black folks and the police and white police officers? Because that's about the same thing. I think with black folks expect the cops to be, you know, hold the police to a higher standard and all this. But the way I see it, they still people. And see,
but I think with that, when you talk about holding them to a different standard,
recording in progress.
Okay, you just checked in on the other end.
Yeah, I think when you talk about holding them to a different, I hold police officers to a different standard because they're actually trained. So their job is to deal with difficult people. Their job is to diffuse situations. Like, they're trained. So while they are human and they have human experiences, like, I take issue with anybody saying a cop feared for his life, but Kennard or Alicia or Tamika, we're supposed to be more calm than that cop. Like, we're civilians at the end of the day.
Right.
I'm a civilian. So when I approach a cop, if the cop is scared, that's not my fault, nor is that my problem, nor should it be, because I'm not trained. That's not my field. They're trained. So you can't come into a situation scared and reacting off of fear, because you're liable to hurt somebody. Not only that, but if none of us are carrying weapons and you feel threatened, that means that you have the potential to harm me.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't agree with anybody doing the wrong thing. But even like when you talk about the military, like when you talk about the military, you're held to a certain standard. True. Because you're trained, because you have knowledge, because you're trained to deal in difficult situations, stressful situations, just as our police. So definitely you can't have that same reaction because you've had training where I haven't. And so you have to, your behavior has to exhibit that. Like you can't say you're scared and you're carrying a fucking gun. Like that's not okay.
Well, even with the military, the Joes fuck up regularly. Say
Yeah.
they do.
But let's be 100 though. Let's keep 100. If you got somebody, battle buddies, I'm using the term battle buddies. I'm going all way back, right? Your battle is a whole fucking nutcase and completely spaz out all the time. True or not true, they're not gonna get that some bitch a gun.
Well,
they're not gonna.
Why wouldn't they?
I'm talking. You've seen people put out the military. I'm talking about somebody spazzing out. Somebody always fearful. They're not about to give them a gun. And if they happen to, what you're not gonna do is let that some. You're not gonna let them in that foxhole with you.
Oh yeah, I agree. But see, I haven't been in a situation exactly like that. I have seen people get chaptered out, but it wasn't nothing like that. But yeah, I get what
I'm saying is somebody with a gun who has training, first of all, with a weapon, who is skittish as hell, who is stressful. Like even when you're talking about combat.
Right.
Even when we're in the field. Who's in the field with you and where they are, because a fool, who's stupid, who's stressed out, who's spaz, and you don't want them folks nowhere near you because you scared they gonna accidentally shoot you for whatever reason, because they playing with the gun, because they silly, because they psychotic, whatever. And that's my point. Like you cannot give these people, cops or anybody else, like if they have mental illness, you need to be looking at these folks and take their guns away from them because something's wrong with them.
Oh, I agree 100%.
I mean, you train to restrain. Murder should never be the outcome.
I mean,
you train to hold them. But I'm saying, like, if you come across a person that's, not in his right mind or whatever, you as an officer, I don't know about the military, but as a police officer, you train to restrain them without shooting them. You shouldn't have to pull your gun.
You have training, and that training should pulling out a gun, shooting at me because you feel for your. When you're given, they give you other tools to use. Using your gun is the last resort. So, but that's the first thing that they grab for. And when they kill somebody, when they get called on it, the first thing they say is, "I feared for my life. I was scared."
Well, yeah.
And it's like, so what would you train to do? Where the training come in at? You only part of the training you remember is drawing your weapon.
On the subject of police training, I'm gonna look this up on my own, and maybe we could do a show about this one for clarity, is to find out exactly what are the police trained to do in specific detail.
To uphold the law. Like they are
trained to serve and protect.
They're not equipped to, they're not supposed to stop crimes or anything like that. They're strictly to uphold the law.
Okay, fair enough. So be it as it may. If we're doing our job as citizens by abiding by the law, then we should be in the clear.
But is that true though? Is that a truth?
No, I said we should be.
Right, but it's not the truth though.
Right.
It's not the truth, because you do have officers that and when they say they're fearful, I don't doubt that some of them are actually in fear.
Yeah.
But I take issue when they say like you will see them and they be like, well, he was running. Why were you running? Kanar can't say, well, I was running because I was scared. This nigga chasing me. I ain't did nothing, but he chased me before he got a gun. You're not allowed to say that you're scared, but the officer with all this training, all these vests on, all these guns, these changes, and he's training, he gets to say he's scared, and he'll get off by saying he's scared. Where Kennard will either get shot and killed, get shot and maimed, or go to jail because I ran because I was scared. You didn't commit a crime. Actually, he had no business bothering you at all, but they'll do away with all that just because you ran because you were scared. You're not allowed to do that. As a citizen, you're not allowed to do that.
So you're basically saying a random person, they come in contact with the cops and they just up and just start hauling ass. It had to be something else there.
No, it don't. No, it don't. It really don't. Because
no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you why. Because if I'm not doing nothing, I'm not committing a crime. If I decide I want to break and fucking run 2 blocks, Why is that illegal?
It's not illegal. But the first law, no. This is what I just want to say one thing. It's not illegal, but the first law of nature is self-preservation. This is your life. You do what you want to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
But
now,
again, we're not talking about we doing what we want to do. We're talking about
that's what it comes to.
we're talking about fact. If I break and run, if I ain't even running from the cop, but if I just decide, okay, I'm at the corner of my house and I just want to jog 2 blocks, if I break and run, that does not give the cop a reason to come fucking with me. None, because I've not broken a law. Just because you look like I've done something, because you think, like, at the end of the day, they're trying to uphold a law. Right. There's no broken by me. You have no business asking me nothing, because I have not broken a law.
The thing we got to look up is probable cause, because that's what they're gonna chop it up as.
Read my mind.
You just up and run, they're gonna say probable cause was he just started running. Why would he just take off running? Like, so that's that. So we gotta we gotta break that down.
You didn't see me cry out of a window. You saw nobody hollering if their purse was snatched. You didn't see nothing suspicious was going on outside of me running.
But I don't think probable cause has anything to do with what you see. It's probably maybe a tip.
It's called what they call it. It's not instance. It's a professional word for it. They call it when they feel like they were trained. It's like using your judgment. This called using your judgment. But it's
legal, because you can use your judgment with certain things, but if somebody's not breaking the law, you can't bother a citizen because you think they're doing something. There's a protocol to that. And
that you can stop. They could stop and ask you what you're running from. They can't
ask you.
What's name don't have to answer it, but they got proper cause to ask you why you take off running.
I'm saying, it's illegal for them to stop you and ask you anything. That's illegal. I don't have to answer anything that you're asking me unless you're detaining me, unless you're arresting me. I don't have to answer anything. I don't have to tell you. I've had cops stop me and ask me where I'm going. I've had cops ask me, talking about they want to see my ID. It's illegal. You don't need to know where the fuck I'm going, and you don't need to know who I am. Unless I'm doing something wrong, unless you're detaining me, unless you're arresting me, I don't have to answer your questions, and that's illegal.
Have you actually responded like that to police?
Absolutely.
Oh shit. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to answer.
I mean, I wasn't strong about it, but I know that they don't have no business asking me that. I know that it's illegal. I know that you can't do that, and they know that it's against the law. So I don't have to answer your questions. I don't have to tell you where I'm going.
I don't know.
And are you arresting me? Are you arresting me, or are you detaining me? Because if the answer is no to either one of those, then I'm walking away.
I'm not.
And I have the right to do that.
I agree, but I'm gonna speak on. Well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do, and I have done. Motherfucker with a gun asks me for my ID. Here go my ID. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker asks me where I'm going. They got a gun on them. Hey, I'm over here. That's just me. You call it what you want, but that's the way That's the way.
I mean, look. People deal with how they want to deal with stuff. Me, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that. They're public servants. You don't have no business questioning me. So unless you're detaining me or placing me under arrest, I'm gone about my business. Now, if you're detaining me, what are you stopping me for, officer? If you just stop me to be nosy, that's none of your fucking business. Mm-hmm. I'm going about my way. And there's a way to say that without saying it the way that I said it, but I have a right to say that. I have an absolute right to say that. And I have a right not to be harassed or bothered by somebody in a cop uniform. Leave me the fuck alone. Go find you something to do.
I can dig that. I mean, I
agree. I mean, I agree. Like, they stop me. I'm gonna ask them, what you stopping me for? If you gotta tell me why you stopping me. Now, if you tell me what was your reason for stopping me to to keep it from going any further, I will show them my ID. If you can give me a reason why you stopped me or why you felt the need to approach me, I feel like I ain't done nothing wrong, so here it goes. I'm not a criminal, so here you go.
Fuck all that. Me personally, I'm trying to make the situation as brief as possible.
As possible, okay. Yeah.
And I could do that by not fucking answering a question with a question. That's just me. So no, I'm gonna keep it real smooth. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, here we go. Here go my
Now
ID.
I'm gonna know why
my
you need my
insurance.
ID.
Nah, I'm gonna do all
You
this.
want to know why you stopping me or why you approaching
Okay.
me? Now that I'm gonna want to know.
Now, may be some shit I didn't know. Okay, they're gonna explain that to you. They're not gonna just, oh, give me your ID. Have a nice day.
Oh yeah, you got
but
some.
guess what?
You got some, Will.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
And
I
guess
never
what?
had
If
that
you're not
happen.
doing nothing, if you're not doing nothing wrong, they have no reason to stop you. So what you can do, and I've done this, I want to talk to your watch commander. Let me talk to the
All
watch
that.
commander.
Who got time for that shit?
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. You may not have time for it, but I'm not the first person to be done that have that done to them, and I won't be the last. So let them know that you at least know your rights. And when you're asking for, let me get your supervisor out here, get the white shirts out here, get somebody out here, because now we have a problem. Because if you're not detaining me, if I haven't committed a violation, if I haven't broken the law, and you're asking me where I'm going, you're doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing, they need to be held accountable, because you're not the only one that they're going to do it to. So while you make it a smooth transition, the next person they run up on, they might not make it that easy for him. So no, it ain't going to be that easy. It's not going to be that easy. I have rights.
Yeah.
And there's a way to say it without being rude, but some cops see you as being antagonistic because you know your rights.
Did you see the video? I think they was in Pennsylvania. I wasn't Pennsylvania. I'm not sure where they was at. They was down south, so I don't know if they was down south. But the daughter had called the police, and the police came. But the daughter had called the police. I think she was calling the police on her boyfriend or somebody. She had called the police or whatever. But the mom had called to the police station. Was like, could they not come on my property? And the police officer, the white shirt told her, yeah, you could have them to just stop at the curb, and whoever it called them could be out at the curb, and they could talk to them or whatever. So when the lady showed up, she was a white lady. When she showed up, she came on the property, and the mom explained to her, like, well, could you not come on my property? Could you pull your car off my property and park it on the street, and let the person who called you would come out to the street to talk to you? Mm-hmm. She was like, no, she was really rude. She put the lady in handcuffs and everything. Like, she like, I know my rights. I'm asking you. I already talked to the white shirt, the sergeant, and let them know that I didn't want you guys on my property because I didn't want the neighbors in my business. If y'all could just leave. The whole district came out to her house, and they were like, they was real tough. They wasn't trying to listen to what she was saying. They didn't care about what's her reason for not wanting them on the property. They couldn't tell her what they was detaining her for. They started getting rude with the other children, and now did they go talk or ask who called the police? Damn time did they go act, and the lady that called the daughter that actually called the police was sitting on the porch like, no one ever came and talked to me yet. Y'all too busy trying to detain my mother and got her in handcuffs, and no one is coming to see what the problem really is. So you have to know your rights, because if you don't, they will take advantage of you. You have to let them know you know your rights, because they will take advantage of you.
Well, be it as it may, I don't know. I got my mind made up with that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, I've been there. Like I said, I've been in a situation where the shit could have got bad real fast if I'd have been on some, what you fuck all that.
Yeah, but we shouldn't. But see, that's the thing, though. We shouldn't fear the police like that, though. We shouldn't be like that. We should be able to ask, well, what did I do wrong, officer? We have a right to know what we did wrong. You know what I'm saying? For you to approach us. What are you asking for my ID for? We have a right to that. That's just like if a telemarketer call you and ask you for your social or your address. What are you calling me for?
Telemarketer ain't got a gun. The telemarketer on the phone, you can hang up on them. We talking about motherfucker actually pull up on you with a firearm.
That's the thing. The fact that the police have us thinking like that, or we just gonna give it to you, like they're here to serve and protect. We should not fear them.
You know what? If it was a thing where they didn't have any billy clubs or tasers or firearms, sure. Yeah, I might go and ask a question, but you actually have shit on your person that could take me out. I know it's there. I see it. So I don't know what, I'm just saying, I don't know what your state of mind is when you pulled over here or none of that. So I'm saying.
But that's indicative of a problem. Like Mika said, you shouldn't even have that thought when the cop is approaching you, because at the end of the day, they are held to laws and rules and boundaries. And when they're breaking those boundaries, if you as a citizen don't call them to the carpet when they're doing that, they will continue to do that, and they will do somebody worse than what they did to you. At the end of the day, if you're stopping me and asking me where I'm going and you want to see my ID, for what? Why? Can you stand right here and answer my question? Are you detaining me? Are you arresting me? If you're not, I'm leaving. If they continue to do that, what you do is take that. Like, you don't have to be adversarial with them, but you do have to be firm that this is the law. I'm not telling you anything about me because I don't have to. It's not required, and it's not unlawful for me to tell you. No, you have police officers that are fucking bullies that are, and that's what they're looking to do. They're looking to bully people. So let me get your badge number and your name and have a white shirt come here. Let me call the sergeant. Because at that point, you have somebody that's not only interfering with you, but they're walking around your community or somebody else's community doing this. And normal people should not have to worry about, well, damn, I don't know if he got a gun. I don't know what kind of state of mind he in. Like, nigga, if you having that kind of state of mind, or if I have to worry about your state of mind, and you got on the Kevlar vest and a gun, you need not to have a job because you are a danger to me. I'm not a danger to you. You're a danger to you, right? Come in contact with because you have a badge and a gun and something mentally wrong with you, or you're having a bad day. You're a liability.
Of course, I agree 100%. But while I'm dead and gone, he might at best get desk duty.
Or you take
it's a lose-lose.
You can take it with you. That's all I'm saying.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, that's the bottom line I'm looking at, is while I'm dead and gone, and maybe ain't nobody finna have no motherfucking BLM ain't gonna come out for me and fucking. No, I'm just being real. They ain't gonna do all this type of shit and fucking.
But if you a law-abiding citizen, and if you a law-abiding citizen, and you're not a criminal, and you ain't did nothing wrong, you shouldn't have that thought. If a police approach me, I'm just gonna give them my ID. No, I'm gonna know what's going on, and they're gonna have to tell me what's going on for them to need my ID. I'm just not gonna offer my ID. I'm not a criminal. I haven't done anything wrong.
Okay. We got less than a minute, y'all. It's gonna cut in a minute. We're gonna go to the part 2. By the way, this is the Uncommon Sense Show. We got a good topic, and we're gonna go into that on the next one. We just be vibing, so I don't know. Yeah,
it's liable to go anywhere.
Huh?
I said the conversation liable to go anywhere.
Yeah, and
I tell everybody, we come up with a topic, but we be talking about everything.
That's true. That's how we supposed to do it. Anything that come up, we discuss it.
Wherever they should lead us, we just do it.
I know that's right. But yeah, it's gonna cut. I'm gonna send y'all the password as soon as it cuts.